So let's get to the Democratic convention, because a lot of you already chiming in with your opinions. It kicked off last night, and everyone is talking about Michelle Obama's keynote speech. The former First Lady did not hold back going after the president. Nope. Take a look.
So let me be as honest and clear as I possibly can. Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us. It is what it is.
And Michelle also gave a very strong endorsement for Joe Biden. Watch.
I know Joe. He is a profoundly decent man, guided by faith, and he listens. He will tell the truth and trust science. He will make smart plans and manage a good team. And he will govern as someone who's lived a life that the rest of us can recognize.
And the president responded this morning, tweeting, quote, "Somebody please explain to Michelle Obama that Donald J. Trump would not be here in the beautiful White House if it weren't for the job done by your husband, Barack Obama. Biden was merely an afterthought, a good reason for that very late and unenthusiastic endorsement." Interesting. Some of our very own DBL Nation, Jeff, echoing the same sentiment as the president, saying this did not feel like a sincere this is their words, not mine, but an sincere endorsement for Biden, rather an endorsement to vote not Trump. They're not one and the same.
Listen, I told you yesterday, Sam, I don't want to see mudslinging or thoughts like that. I don't think Michelle Obama did that. She's doing what she has to do when it comes to the Republican Party. They're going to do the same thing, right? So I'm trying to see down the middle here. I'm trying to look for the positives in this. I thought she made a good speech. We need some more inspiration. 50% of America aren't going to think she did a good job, no matter how good she did, right? So you have to look at this kind of down the middle. That's what I try to do. I was feeling the burn yesterday a little bit. I liked his positivity about people bringing together. He said, I'm willing to work with conservatives, which he's not. I saw a lot of other people reaching over the aisle, wanting to, see the side of the Democrat or vice versa of the Republican. I think that's what we need. That's what I took out of yesterday's DMC, whatever the hell you call it. Ooh, sorry. You can see how fired up I am about this, Al. I'm very excited about it.
We're off to a great start. I'm actually digging it. Lots of passion here. Al, what did you make of it? And I'm getting comments in right now, people applauding Michelle Obama, saying that she is an incredible speaker. But then I have Shelley on Facebook saying, sorry, Michelle, I don't take voting advice from you. She cannot relate to the average person. Let's talk about the night in general, Al. Any moments that stuck out to you?
Definitely, Sam. I think Jeff hit it on the head when he said, that Michelle's an incredible speaker and 50% of people are going to love what she said, 50% of the people aren't. That's fine. What I took away was another moment. It was when Kristen Urquiza spoke very passionately about losing her father, a father whom she says was a huge Trump supporter and who said lost his life because he believed that what we were hearing from the White House initially is that the numbers were overblown. We were going to have this under control. This is still kind of a hoax kind of thing. And she said that he went out to a karaoke bar. 2 weeks after that, he was in the ICU, and she said he died alone 5 days later. And before people jump on that, I want people to understand that this is just about a daughter that's lost her father. And we read that obituary a couple weeks ago. People are angry because they are feeling like they're losing loved ones, and it didn't have to be. And you can hear the passion when she speaks.
I'm Kristen Urquiza. I'm one of the many who has lost a loved one to COVID. My dad was a healthy 65-year-old. His only pre-existing condition was trusting Donald Trump, and for that, he paid with his life.
Wow. A powerful moment indeed, Al. Listen, I'm continuing to read your comments because I always want to make sure that we hear what DBL Nation has to say. We have Patty on Facebook saying, I worry that some of these people are outshining Joe. I'm waiting to literally hear Biden speak. He's been too silent. And then I also have Jason on Facebook mentioning that he does not believe that Joe Biden, that the supporters rather, I'm trying to edit this as we go, the supporters rather, did more harm than good. Thank you for that, Jason. I think the point here was not to convince Republicans.
Right.
I think if you, meaning Republicans that are diehard supporting Trump. I think the point here last night was to convince moderate Republicans. That's why they had John Kasich appear last night.
Which I appreciate.
Yep, John Kasich's whole point was, I'm going to take off my my Republican hat, my partisan hat, so to speak, and I am going to put country in front of party. That was John. So to that point, and then also unifying all the Democrats, because in 2016, let me tell you, the progressives were separate than a lot of the Dems. So I think the purpose of last night, by energizing the Dems with the progressives and then going after the Republicans who are more moderate and not happy with Trump, I think that was successful. But I agree with our viewer who believes that it did not attract any Trump supporters.
And I know we got to move on. I think the country's fatigued with this already, and we have 70 more days of it. But I appreciate Bernie Sanders saying he didn't agree with everything Joe Biden said. And I do agree with that viewer that wrote it and said a lot of people are outshining Joe right now. So
I think so, too.
We'll
I think we're going to have to hear from him very quickly. Okay, so the convention continues tonight with speakers including Dr. Jill Biden, former President Bill Clinton, and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So stay tuned for that.